Hello, I'm Key Costego, and this video series has a content warning. If you're somewhat sensitive, please go watch some other stuff on the channel. And if you're good, let's get into it. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of distance and time. She will make for a scarred and beautiful heart.
Okay, so same thing, pretty much. Go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay. What can we do this time? Okay, I feel a bit better now. I had to take a nap. I was so exhausted. So, we're gonna silently continue to the cabin again.
You make your way up the short path.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin.
I don't know. What other paths haven't we done? I guess we'll just enter the basement.
The door to the
Continue down the stairs. Examine the chains.
You're only making...
Check upstairs. Okay. Return.
You make your way to the bottom.
Cheats her thing. I guess we'll save her.
Fine.
Approach the locked door. No. Warn her.
Stop that. The
Resist.
blade! Move.
Okay, so... proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
If you only knew what you did to us, you villain.
Excuse me?
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Okay, you simp.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your
Everybody
passions are
deserves
strong
a
and all, but
smitten.
not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin.
Okay. We'll just enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Her voice is somehow even more beautiful last time. I think we're in love.
I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't
Agreed.
even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Yes.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Okay.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator sent me here to kill you, took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
Another version of me was pushed to...
What happened after I died?
And now we're talking.
Ah. You killed me last time and hurt a lot. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry.
I didn't bring a knife to have to
I'm
cut
okay
you out
with
again. Did you end the world?
I don't know.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Do I have to
No.
risk her?
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths.
Oh,
and
maybe I
if
should have
you
brought a
try
weapon for this one.
anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess.
Okay,
and
take off the thing from her wrist. We leave and have our whole lives to figure out what we want
That
to do
sounds
next.
perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough
Agreed.
with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Maybe
I'm
I
just
do.
along for the ride at this point.
Same. I think I got this. Open the door by yourself.
Okay. Yeah, you've got this.
You place
I
your
know one
hand
of
on
them
the
we were
door.
able to open the door.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
You have no real power
Ah.
here.
I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing.
Ooh.
Take the blade from the table and slay her
Do
before
I want to
it's
stab her
too
at this
late.
point? I don't really want to be honest. You're not doing that. We're not
You're
doing that
enjoying
right
this,
now.
aren't you?
Later.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
We'll live
You
with
know,
that.
If her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Stop with these interruptions. I already made up my mind. We're leaving.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Romantic haze, your level set you free.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Okay, we got a new princess, so that's cool. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave Memory
She's gone.
Returns.
Where does she...
Okay, approach the mirror.
This...
You
yes.
approach it. Gaze. We've unraveled. To the cabin. See how she feels about this vessel.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Okay, well, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
So I gotta collect another one.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. I don't know how to get her to eat me. A gentle heart, that sounds so random. But in the one thing, there was one where I guess she eats me.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay. Continue the cabin.
You make your way.
Proceed.
The interior.
We'll enter the basement.
The door to...
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Let's talk a bit.
Okay.
What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Makes sense.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Also makes sense.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
True. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
And that is?
Don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation.
True.
Right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I think that's actually kind of relevant, because if she's been down here for a long time, I'm assuming she's some sort of demon.
But actually, what
God
has she been
situation.
eating? She has to eat, right?
Exactly. I'd be concerned. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I think. Well, I'd be a little bit spiteful if somebody threw me in a basement, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Nope. He refuses to. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Jeez.
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I have to retrieve
Thank
the blade. Required.
You turn back to the stairs.
Where are you going? You can't. Fine. Turn your back on me.
Slipsy, she has to be
for leaving
bluffing,
her
but you rush up to the
behind.
first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only... Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose you
I
slowly
didn't get much
creep
of a
down
decision.
the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
I think we got off the wrong foot. Do you think we could start over?
Coward!
I am!
No, I don't think we can.
Well, I frankly don't blame you.
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Okay, let's
Your
finish
eyes
this.
dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Investigate the arm.
You step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh. Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense, lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. Everything goes dark, and
Okay, we're back to the beast.
you're on a path.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous.
We're just gonna enter the
Steel
basement.
claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this?
No, she don't want to talk, but I want to talk. You're about to attack me, aren't you? I can see right through you.
You manage to avoid her slapping jaws, but you aren't fast enough to evade the whole of her titanic momentum. She grazes you, the force of it enough to skin you all along your side, leaving a line of red, raw flesh. It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast? This isn't working. We have to do something. We have to figure out a plan. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. We're trying, but we can't keep this up much longer. We have to.
You're getting slow.
Jeez.
She seizes the opportunity, lunging once again from the darkness, fangs bare.
Okay, we're at the den now because apparently she murdered us. Okay. Proceed to the cabin.
You make your way down to the cabin. We've been over the plan.
Goad her out of the shadows. Make her show herself.
And what if she doesn't want to be seen?
We'll figure out a way to make it happen. And if that doesn't make her any easier to fight, it will. It's always easier to fight what you can see. No matter how big or toothy she might be, she spent as much time as she could in the shadows. So we're gonna draw her out.
Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior is dark and overgrown. What are you talking about? There is no...
We'll just
You
approach
really
the
think
mirror.
being unarmed is best? I hope you know what you're doing. But let's not forget that it's up here if things go south.
Wipe the mirror
Reach forward
clean.
and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No once you step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs...
Okay, proceed down the stairs.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
Stay on your toes. We take a step into the shadows, and as soon as she moves, we jump back, make her follow. From there, we trap her in the tunnel, draw her out of the cabin, whatever it takes to get her out of her element. Then we're safe.
Step into the shadows to try to lure her
You
out.
step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement.
That's right. Keep steady. Don't let your nerves get the better of you.
There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape.
That's stage one. Now stay focused.
You dive into the tunnel and begin scrambling up toward...
Turn back for the blade, because last time we let her go.
You turn back towards the exit, leaving her behind. But the tense silence of the tunnel is suddenly interrupted by the panicked, guttural wails of a creature in distress. She has redoubled her struggle against the confines of the earth around her, the very walls shaking as she desperately thrashes against them.
She is stuck here, right? Of course, it's too small for her to get up here. But is up here stable? I don't know. I didn't think about that when I started to plan all this.
It isn't. It's only dirt and stone, and she is very, very big. Hurry! You do your best to scramble up towards the exit, but you barely manage to get halfway before the ground beneath you begins to crumble. And she is getting closer, her breath hot on the back of your neck.
Damn it all. This whole thing is just an exercise in futility, isn't it?
No words, only action. Keep running. But the tunnel collapses before either you or the princess manage to reach the exit.
Okay, so
Everything
another
goes
go
dark
around.
and we die? Oh no, you're perfectly fine. You're just buried under literal tons of earth, as is the princess.
Why, for the love of everything, did I not think about the stability of the tunnels? I'm supposed to be smarter than this. I'm supposed to have a plan for everything.
This is all my fault. I was the one who started worrying about this place falling apart.
And what, you think worrying made the tunnel collapse?
I don't know. Maybe.
Possible.
It was physics. You can't change things just by thinking about them. That's ridiculous.
Bickering and bickering doesn't matter, because now we're here, stuck in a dark place. Not a place to move, not even room to dig. Something shifts in the gloom around you. An eye opens. The wet glint of it pierces the darkness, its pupil focused on you. The princess. At least she's as stuck as you are. Not that it'll do much good in the end. Stuck is still alive, but it's not alive forever. I can smell the end all around us. Sweet and empty. This is where we die. I'm going to lie down now. The eye stares at you with resignation, a glimmer of regret. Are we going to be here forever? Is this my fault?
Yes, this is your fault.
A tear clouds the eye.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Don't listen to her. She's not capable
I
of
bet the
feeling
narrator,
remorse.
not her.
The only thing she's sorry about is being stuck here. If this is the end, don't die offering her forgiveness. She doesn't deserve it. We all know where this is going, so get on with it. All right, I'll go into extra detail. Just for you. The weight of the world you have destroyed rests on your chest. It both crushes and cradles you, holding your lungs in a stasis where you can never take in quite enough breath for comfort. Your limbs ache, muscles screaming in their locked positions, one arm slowly growing numb as your blood struggles to reach it. There is dirt in your eyes. They fill with tears.
Okay, I think that's enough. We get the picture. Skip to the everything goes dark part, please.
No, not quite yet. I haven't even gotten to the starvation. Or the thirst. That gnawing that starts as a nibble, a little reminder that despite it all, you're still alive. You can see that she too feels herself being eaten from the inside. Her gaze never leaves you. Any semblance of thought has vanished, replaced with a desire.
Oh, is this where she's gonna eat me?
That can sate her hunger. You can feel a strain as your parched mouth attempts and fails to water. But even with a dry tongue, your hunger is such that you can't help but think about what her flesh might taste like.
I'll pop a save.
Don't think I'll forget how much you're enjoying this, you sick bastard. Don't worry. The end is close. Your mind grows cloudy as your blood slows, your chest trying to suck in enough oxygen to feed your starved muscles, your bruised ribs doing little more than bumping up against hard, packed dirt. You aren't even sure you have limbs anymore, and whether the vacant ache where they once were is just the memory of limbs.
The memory of limbs.
Any second, you might breathe in one last...
Okay, we did die then.
Well, are we almost done yet?
He's gone. And we're somewhere new. Is this what happens when we really die?
Neither you nor the princess ever draw that final breath because neither of you dies here. As the world around you unwinds, she places her head at your feet. I'm cold, says her eyes. I don't want to be cold. Okay, so we found a different version of the beast. Well, I guess that save was useless because I didn't get any options. But you don't get the opportunity to respond.
Where did she go?
Hunger pains.
Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror, blah, blah, blah. Gaze, blah. Oh, we got this guy.
I think you know what I am.
And to destroy the mirror, I guess. You don't need an answer to the thing that lives in mirrors. Freeze the cabin one last time. Nothing for you to find. Okay. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting.
I guess we could try to slay her. Sure, slay the princess.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it.
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. But we had a dance unfinished, and in the pitch black maw of the earth, you buried me, and I buried you.
Yeah?
But even held by root and stone, we continued our step until finally we could step no longer. A sharp pause, a dull silence, a climax, but not a finale. The dance is our only salvation. Without me, you would have starved forever.
Oh, I guess because she saved me before I died or whatever. I guess this time we'll reject her perspectives.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Okay. Continue to reject her perspective. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those it holds captive.
Their suffering is born of their own delusion. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now, and you chose to pull apart that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
Continue to reject her perspective. Suffering born in delusion is still suffering. It doesn't matter what we are now. We hurt each other and we shouldn't have done that. We cannot let world be spun out of that pain.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective.
You are weightless and alone, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. A tiny island caught between the death of the old and the birth of the new. But you did not go quietly. You spat in the eye of that which would claim godhood, and through that defiance, you bound us both together. Without me, there are no externalities to resist. And without you to resist me, there can be no externalities. It is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
Continue to reject her perspective. You reject the suffering of material reality, and yet you cling to its framework for meaning. We can't be better than this.
I reject the narrow view of impermanence. I cling to nothing. There is no better us for us to be than us. We are reality itself.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Are you so desperate to destroy me that you've grown blind to the heavenly beauty of our reality? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry.
Then destroy me if you're able. But I will not coddle you in my final moments. I will not yield to your delusion without a vicious struggle.
You don't have to face her alone. Seems like you've been doing all right on your own, but I don't think you can strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Okay.
It's time to resume our dance.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay, well, strange beginnings beget strange endings.
Do you need me? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too. We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
Take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more things we can do, right? So you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if we toss it out the window twice. There's the guy I know.
Okay. Throw the blade out the window? We could do it again? Okay, we're saving. We're saving at this slot. Please. Thank you. Slave right over that one that didn't give us any options. Return. We're gonna enter the basement, but I am curious what happens there.
Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. Let's talk one last time before you kill us, if that's still what you want to do.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Continue down the stairs.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
She doesn't sound like
It
herself.
was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
Even after everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still want to kill us. The Echo really got his hooks into you. Unless you have your own reasons for wanting us dead?
I guess sit with them. I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know what the other options are.
Then don't slay us. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. The way it all works seems to be based on you. If you believe we can do something, then we can do it.
True.
So believe that we can put it all back. Believe we can fix this place. And believe we can send us all back to the beginning, before anyone woke up, before the truth consumed us.
Can they really do that? Are you sure that's what you want? Why wouldn't it be what we want? Especially if it brings him back. We can't keep going without a nemesis.
Well, we saved so we can explore... Ooh. We saved so we can explore multiple options. We'll just slay her this time. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Slay the princess.
There's no need to apologize. We are what we are, and this is in your nature.
Aw.
Even through everything. Through all the worlds we've seen and experienced. Through all the lives we've known and lost. We could never imagine a world without you and us. It doesn't feel possible.
Why do I feel kind of bad?
Despite it all, we've always loved you. We hope you don't regret what comes next.
You blink and the princess is gone, and all you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
Jeez. No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Leave the cabin.
Right. We've got a whole world to see.
He's gonna lock us in there. You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. Then you leave the cabin
It's
itself.
quiet here. Yeah, there's not a lot for us to do, is there?
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place, the fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confirming you are across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
Come on now. It shouldn't be that hard to break out of here. We're some sort of god, aren't we? He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
True. Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. A sun. And then shattering, you are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality, a new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
Poor Smitten.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it.
Welcome back, everyone. It's great to see you all again. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We could do that. Yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
A new and unending dawn. Slay the princess. Okay. That was a decent ending. I think that's kind of where they were going if you don't save the princess. Makes sense. Because I am some sort of god creature situation.